Good morning. Okay, I admit it. I changed my mind. Last night we had Looking Hawk here. She's a Native American shaman, and she was talking to us about rebalancing the world that we live in and, of course, our personal lives, and the dreams of love and power or fear and pain, which was my first topic. But when I came to the computer last night, I had an email it was a nice email from a gentleman who is an executive coach. And he advised me to drop the personal info in my videos and make my strongest point at the start. So I changed the title of what I'm going to do today to Being Human or a Polished Professional. I know how I feel, and I wonder how others feel about this. Yes, this is one time when I am asking for feedback, knowing opinions will be all over the place. Even Jesus wanted to know what people were saying about him. Imagine that. An obvious ego concern from a master. Okay, so where do I start? When I began doing these videos, I honestly had no idea that I'd be doing them every day at first. It was January the 11th this year that I did my very first video, and it was merely reading something that I had written, which was what all of my earlier videos were, reading either poetry or articles that I had written. And it wasn't more than a couple of weeks going into it, I believe, that this daily idea, I actually accepted it as something that I intended to do. It became my intention and my commitment to the world to share my videos and speak from my heart. And yes, the thought that this gentleman gave me is not something that is new to me. I don't remember anyone else ever putting it in exactly the same way, and certainly not in a manner that was so well done. I mean, obviously the man is a professional. He writes well, he communicates his thought very well. And even when I was thinking this morning in my meditation / contemplation about dreams of love and power or fear and pain, this one kept coming back into my mind to address this, to address this. So that's what I'm doing. My commitment was to speak directly from my heart to each of you. One of the things that I think has happened in Christianity and in public life, if you will, is we have tended as a human race to focus only on what we feel is our strongest point and to negate or deny or cover up our humanness. I made a conscious choice not to cover up my humanness. When I have computer problems, when I haven't slept well, when something is going on in my world, that's where I am in the moment, and I create from the place where I am as a human being. I own my humanity. I'm not denying it. I'm not trying to convince anybody that I have all of these gifts because I'm somehow spared all of the normal human foibles. I wanted to do it exactly the opposite from the way the world does it. I didn't want to be a polished professional. I wanted to be a human being sharing his heart with whoever would listen. And that's what I've been doing. And I realize sometimes, even myself, I have the thought, You don't need to tell people that. There's no need for people to know what's going on. And so I do have a little bit of an argument even in myself with whether I should tell you if I've had a computer glitch or what problems have been going on in my life, and say that right up front and get it out of the way. And of course, I choose to do it that way. And about his idea of making my strongest point right off the bat. The truth of the matter is, I don't even know what my strongest point is going to be in any video. I don't plan these videos ahead of time. I write a few sentences. That's all I do. I mean, there is meditation, there is contemplation, there is a thought process that goes on before, but I certainly do not take the time to write out what I'm going to say, or even to make bullet points as to the things that I want to cover. Sometimes spirit takes over, and I'm surprised where my strongest point might not come in till the last part of the video. And I know that. I've watched that happen, where the Holy Spirit just seems to so take me in a place sometimes where I didn't even think I was going to go. I mean, they're a brand new thought that I'm sharing with you in the very moment that I'm sharing it. It's just coming to me then, at that time. And I don't know. I feel that that's an important thing to do. I'm not always going to be polished and well-spoken. Sometimes I make mistakes, and I've battled with the idea of finding out and learning how to edit my videos so that I can take out some of the things that are obvious mistakes. Sometimes I've actually put captions in where I've corrected myself or added information that I forgot. I don't do that often, but I have done it. And there is part of me, the perfectionist part of me, that would like to put my best face on for each of you. I admit it. I have those thoughts. I have those thoughts of wanting to put my best foot forward. The truth of the matter is, I don't know what my best foot is. Is my best foot the genuine, from the heart, human being who just simply wants you to know that I'm just like you and you're just like me? I'm not more special than you, nor you than me. I'm not on some pedestal. I don't live in an ivory tower. I have challenges and issues that I face, the same as every other human being. And I don't think it's incorrect. Although I'm challenged by it, I don't think it's incorrect to tell you what I'm going through. Because you go through issues. You have them. And God knows you have them, and loves you anyway, and loves me anyway. Jesus was very human. He got frustrated with things that weren't going the way he wanted them to. He got frustrated with his disciples. He got frustrated when the fig tree didn't have any fruit, even though it wasn't even in season. And he got frustrated with the money changers in the temple. He was human. He didn't just put his best foot forward, and I'm glad the people that put the Bible together allowed some of that to stay in, so that we could see the humanity of one that we revere and put on a pedestal as the Christ. Actually, we're all becoming Christs. There was not just one, and that was never the intent, for there to be only the Christ. It was never the intent of God. God wanted each one of us, you and me and everyone, as just normal human beings, to become so enraptured, so inspired by the divine, that we transcended our humanity, not leaving it behind, but transforming it. And that was one of the things that Looking Hawk talked about last night. She talked about getting rid of the ego. And of course, I put my 2 cents in. It's not about elimination, it's about transformation. And that's what spirituality is all about. It's not about eliminating the ego or eliminating some negative aspect. It's about loving the negative aspect, loving the humanity, and transmuting and transforming the energies so that they are uplifted and uplift others. It's all about being genuine, being authentic, being real. It's all about telling it like it is. At least that's the way that I see it. Maybe some people would feel more comfortable if I would just simply get to my point and make my point and give you the highlights of what's going on, like a real news person. But I don't do it that way. And I wonder how that makes you feel. Are there others like this wonderful man who sent me the letter, who wish that I could just be more polished? They like what I'm saying, but I could do it better. I know I can do it better. I could do lots of things better. And as a lifelong perfectionist, no one has been a bigger critic of me than I am of myself. And I admit that, and I'll bet you I'm not alone. Does that give you comfort to know that I struggle with some of the same things that you struggle with? It's my hope that you can identify with that, because identification is really, really important to me. At this time in the evolution of consciousness, we need to identify with each other and understand our interconnectedness with one another and our similarities so that we can celebrate and honor our differences. At least that's my intent in this moment, and it's what's coming forth for me to share with you at this moment. So let me know what you think. Let me know where you are in regard to me telling you how much sleep I got or didn't get, or how long I spent in the meditation room, or how many computer problems I had to deal with before I came to the video, or any of the other numerous things that I might throw out at the beginning of a video oftentimes, or sometimes even into the video. Does this detract or add to the message? Does this connect or disconnect? Where are you? How you respond reflects you, even more than it reflects me. And I want you to see that and to know that. Anyway, that's all I'm going to say today. Namaste.